Well, hello and welcome back to another video. This is just a very small video, and it's if you want a product review. There again, this has been bought and paid for. This isn't a freebie in any way of the sense. So, but there again, this came my way. I didn't buy this. A family member bought this, and then found they didn't want it or didn't have space for it. So I've given it a home, and obviously it's coming quite useful at this time of the year with all the bedding plants. This is the ALDI, the supermarket ALDI Mini Greenhouse, and I believe this retails at round about £69. Thereabout. I think it's £69.99, and it comes flat packed. You put it together yourself. It took me about less than 30 minutes. It's very easy to put together. We walk in and have a look at it. The lids drop down on a hinge, so you can you've got a wing nut there to hold them up, to keep them open, and it's got like obviously a plastic, quite rigid material in as a glass. It's not real glass, it's plastic, like a thin insulate, sort of like plastic, and it is timber. It is made of timber, and we take that off and lift that up again. As I say, the lid lifts up. Right, tighten that up, it'll hold up, and then down here you've got doors that shut. I mean, it's quite well made. I'm not going to knock it, as you know. It was very easy to put together, as I say. Very, it's on the instructions. It's got a would you believe it's got a guarantee of 3 years. Mind you, the timber should last that long. I think if you put it in a very exposed place and didn't have many plants in it, it could have a tendency to blow over. Perhaps you could stand it against a wall and even fix it through the timber if you were very exposed and you were having problems with it blowing. Here, with the weight I've got in it, that has not been an issue. It gets very good reviews. I've looked at some of the reviews online of it. It does state in the little bit of literature that came with it, it will keep plants frost free down to -1, with it all shut up and the doors shut and the lid shut down. So very handy this time of the year if you've got a small garden and you want to grow 1 or 2 plants that you can do, as I've explained, in an unheated greenhouse, and you don't have a space for a greenhouse or don't want the trouble of having a glass greenhouse. This is a great alternative for under £70. My only if you like niggle with it is, I don't think it's really been designed by a gardener, because I don't know whether you can see this. I've got 3 virtually standard size seed trays in here. As I say, you've got 3 standard size seed trays there. I just wish they'd have maybe designed it so it would have taken 4 standard size seed trays on every shelf, because you've got bits and pieces of wasted space, and you can't get any more. It's true, you could get 1, 2, 3, a few flower pots there as well, but to my mind it would have been better to have built it round the size of a standard seed tray, like these brown ones. These are Ward seed trays, and seed trays are roughly all about the same size. And so you could have got 4 seed trays on every shelf. Now that would have really, I think, then been beneficial. But all in all, that's a very slight and very minor criticism of it. As I say, the door's shut like that, and then that little bit of wood comes down to hold them to, and then we slacken the nut off, the lid comes down, and then it shuts up like that. And it comes, you can see it's a bit it's a bit warped, the timber is, but there again, that's fine, that's not an issue. You know, it would keep the frost off the plants because there's enough room, and even with those air gaps, I mean, the timber has obviously, you know, this has been in the sun, and I think since it's come and I put it together out the box, the timber has warped a little bit, but quite a nice little thing. And I say that is the ALDI Mini Greenhouse. So if you're looking for something, you know, to grow a few more tender plants, you know, early in the season or late on in the season, and you don't have a big garden or don't have a space for a greenhouse or want to have a greenhouse, you know, this is a very cheap alternative way. And so I really quite like it. I think it's, you know, quite a nice little thing really for the money. I think it's excellent value. You know, if you think of what a proper greenhouse would cost these days, you know, it's certainly going to be a heck of a lot more than £70. And as I say, you could, and if you've got flower pots in there, you could get it quite diverse and have all manner of things. You know, you could, so there we go. That's just a quick little look at the ALDI Mini Greenhouse, and I say that retails in the UK at £69.99, and you can get home delivery on that as well. So there we go. I think it's, you know, certainly worth thinking about if you have a small garden or want to extend, you know, your seed growing or plant growing capabilities, just those extra few weeks when we still have the chance of some frosts. As always, thanks for watching. Please do like, comment. Have you got one of these? Have you found it useful? And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, my best wishes and good gardening, and bye for now.